This is a 2026 Toyota Tundra 1794 edition, and I still believe that Ford nor Ram can compete with this cowboy truck. I borrowed it from Karl Malone Toyota here in Draper, Utah. Be sure to ask for Lex. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Lunar Rock is the color. And then here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause to see more. Base price comes in at $67,380. And then here are all the options. So you have your heads-up display, power running boards, trifold tonneau cover, and then you have your non-skid bed liner. Destination is $2,095 for a total price of $73,319. And then here are the Feely common numbers off to the side. This is a pretty funny price increase for 26. You ready for this? Drum roll. $20. That's it. Everyone else is going up hundreds, maybe even $1,000, but Toyota, nope, 20 bucks. That's it. Now, there really isn't anything different. I think just the packaging is a little different. So you can get TRD off-road now with power deployable running boards. And yeah, when you get 1794, this is a cowboy truck, so you get more chrome, you get the premium light, sequential turn signals, active grille shutters, front parking sensors. Comes pretty loaded up. And what I like about this grille is, it's like a satin finish right here. So it's not like too overly powering like this chrome down here, so it really works well. No front valance. And then here's a quick peek at the suspension. So double wishbone, independent. That steer knuckle is going to be aluminum. You guys see the liner, it's like a fabric material. And then here is the tires. These are the Bridgestone Dueler tires, 265/60 20-inch wheel. So these are 32.5 inches tall, 10.4 inches wide, 6-lug 4-piston brakes. Now here's why the 1794 is just miles ahead of the Ram Longhorn and the Ford King Ranch. You can get the TRD off-road package with this cowboy pickup. So if you want more of a blackout look, that is available, but it doesn't just stop there. You can get a 3-inch factory lift on this truck. Now, adding those two packages together is like, what, $6,000, somewhere in that ballpark, $6,000 or less. And so yeah, it's not cheap, but if you're someone who just wants something a little different, I like that Toyota gives that to you, and you get the upgraded tires, suspension, all that good stuff. Now you guys see the power deployable running boards. You don't even know that they're there. You have to look for them. You see some of that badging, and they do give you like a gray accent for the fender flares. A little bit of chrome on the mirrors. You can see the turn signals right there. Some cameras. You have some gloss black and a matted finish for the A-pillars. Here's your blind spot alert. One more time for this badge, a little closer. And smart key just for the front doors. Yeah, I do like these power deployable running boards for sure. Here's the standard bed. No, this is a short bed. There is a standard bed available. 32.2 gallon fuel tank, which is now standard across the board. And you do have a coiled suspension. Air suspension is available. Chrome exhaust tip right there. And if you push this button, drops down the tailgate and your bed step. And then check this out. You have that tonneau cover. And if you pull down, this does flip over. You have a 120 volt power plug, 400 watts. This is the spray in for the bed, which I would not skip. I do like the way Toyota does theirs. Now if you do want to put this tailgate back up, all you have to do is just, whoop, that's it. Oh, it didn't do it. There it is. I didn't do it hard enough. Now here's a quick peek at that rear. Very clean tailgate. They do stamp 1794 in there. Sequential tail lights. And then there's your class 4 hitch with the 7 and 4 pin. LED lights right here. Your reverse lights are also LED. And then, if you want a locker, it is available. Look at that. That's a disgrace of a donut tire, man. That is, woo. But you do have a solid rear axle, so that's pretty cool, right? Solid rear axle, stainless steel exhaust, and here is a side view of the Tundra. Let me check your knowledge in the comment section. Don't look this up. Does anyone remember what the horsepower and torque numbers were for the Tundra from 2007 to 2021? In the comment section, don't look it up. Now, with that being said, this V35A, which is a 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, has 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. So the torque was a big jump from the outgoing. Now this engine does have a 10-speed transmission. First gear is like a 492, hence why you don't have a 430 rear like the 5.7 did. You have a 331 out back. Port and direct injection. The 5.7 was only port injection. And this engine is a little bit lighter because it has aluminum heads and block. Now obviously some people have their opinion on that, but we'll see how that goes long term. Overall, I do like this engine. I like the fact that it did the port and direct injection. That was one of my favorite things about this engine. And it has a ton of power and it has great acceleration. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. One of the main reasons you would buy a 1794 edition is the interior. You get this saddle, you can see some of that on the door here, and you have like this black leather and like this gray leather here. Look at the wood trimming that they give you. This is porous, you can feel that. Seat memories, power folding outside mirrors, and you have auto up and down front and rear windows. I don't know why no one does this. Like, you can't get that on Ram, you can't get that on Ford, can't get that on GM. GM does allow you to go auto down, but you have to hold it back up. But Toyota, you can put it all down together, simple. JBL premium sound system, and check this out, guys. Thigh support. I love this about this Tundra. Look at how much adjustment you have. If you're long-legged, look at how long this is. Look how wide the seat cushion is. This is a big deal, and why I think if I were in the market for a half ton, I like GM and Ford and Ram. I think Ram's Tungsten has pretty big seats too, like this, but that truck is almost $100,000, so I think I would still stick with the Tundra for sure because of pricing there. But 14-way seat, lumbar does go up and down. You have a power steering column, and here's all your controls on the side. And then check out those cowboy floor mats. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. Unfortunately, you don't get that thigh support on this side, but you still get a 12-way seat. Lumbar goes up and down. Black liner on the roof. You guys see that twin panel? And more of that wood trimming right there. I think it looks really good too. All soft touch. There is some hard plastic here. There's a 12 volt right up top. More leather. More of that, I guess, gray leather on the sides there. I like the accents, right, that they give you, right? That's pretty cool. And then out back, you'll see something else the other two don't give you is this. I love the shades. If you have young kids or older parents, it just gives them more protection, right? Grab handle, seat back pocket, and 60/40 bench with a little bit of storage down below. You can slide down that rear glass, not available on the competitors. Heated and ventilated seats. Ventilated seats not available for Ford and GM. However, Ram does give that option to you for limited and up trims. And you have all your USBs, power plugs. I forget that the 1794 has ventilated seats out back. But yeah, this is a pretty big cab. They do give you a hump, which is a downside, but apart from that, decent size in the second row. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Now one thing I like about this truck is they do give you that 4K camera for the rearview mirror standard. I didn't show you the 2 cameras above the cab, but one of them is for this guy here. You can see the difference on that. You also have the home link built in. While we're up here, you have a place for your sunshades and LED lights. This is going to control your roof. Also, as I said, you can drop that glass out back. Now if you put it in reverse, 360 camera, and then here's your other camera view for your bed. A lot of different camera views available on this too. Just below the screen, they still give you hard buttons for climate control, which is dual, and for your seat controls for temperature. One USB right there, wireless charger, and they give you a cover for your cup holders. Now, they do provide the hold function, electronic parking brake, four-wheel drive system, no four-wheel drive auto, which I would like to see, tow haul mode, and then you have multiple drive modes. So you have sport, normal, and then eco. And more of that gray leather, more of that porous wood right here. And if you slide this, you have a taller cup. It's for right here. Coin holders, USBs. Yeah, this is a really nice truck. Perforated leather on the steering wheel. 12-inch display. And you can customize that screen there. Now on this side, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wirelessly. Now check this out. Seat controls, massage. Let's go ahead and click that one. You have 5 levels of intensity, and you have 5 different settings for it here. And it does do upper and lower. You do that for driver and passenger seat. So again, I don't understand why some manufacturers just do the top like GM. GM just does the top seat on the GMC. You can't even get it on the Chevy, which is crazy. But I like that they give that to you. 5 levels of intensity. And you can really feel it on that, what was that, the 3rd setting. Here's some trip information for fuel economy. Vehicle alerts. You can do some customization here. You guys see the trailer brake, adaptive cruise control on the steering wheel here. But overall, I think Toyota is one of the best half tons. But not having a V8 does make it harder to choose them, because GM has 2 V8s, Ram brought back their V8, and Ford still has a 5-liter Coyote, although you cannot get it on the higher trim levels, but it's still available. And I think that Toyota would do themselves a big favor by offering a V8 option in the future. Let's go and check out the Payload. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 4,080 pounds. The rear is 3,860 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,275 pounds. You guys see the wheels, 20 by 8 wide. Now if you want to know the towing capacity of this truck, you go to owner's manual and look up this code right there, okay? All in payload is 1,300 pounds minus 101. I can do that math in my head. That's 1,199. That's the actual payload for this truck. 35 PSI for the tire pressure. That is, dang, that's kind of low, ain't it? I would think like 40 something, but hope you guys like the video. This truck is sold. I don't think I mentioned that, but I believe this truck is sold. But you can ask for Lex to see if it is available. And subscribe to the channel, guys. See you soon.